Hi students, today we will discuss about equivalence relation and partial order relation, and then the first one is equivalence relation. So here a relation R on set A is said to be equivalence if and only if it satisfies all these three. The first one is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Now we all know about what is reflexive. So for all A belongs to capital A comma A which belongs to relation. Now coming to what is symmetric. So if A comma B belongs to R, then B comma A must belongs to R. Now what is transitive? If A comma B belongs to R, B comma C belongs to R, and then A comma C must belongs to R. So these are the three relations. So if a relation satisfies all these three, reflexive, symmetric and transitive, then it is said to be equivalence relation. Now let us come to the examples. The first one is, for suppose I consider the set A comma B comma C. For suppose the first one is R equal to empty set, that is pi. Now see here, R equal to pi. See, pi is an empty set which does not satisfy reflexive relation. Why? Because, so what is reflexive? So the relation having all these elements like A comma A, B comma B, C comma C, but it doesn't contain any ordered pair. That's why it does not satisfy reflexive relation. So it is not reflexive. So of course it is a symmetric and transitive, but it is not reflexive. That's why it is not said to be equivalence relation. Why? Because it does not satisfy the condition that is reflexive. So finally it is not an equivalence relation. Now the second one is A cross A. See, we all know about A cross A contains all the elements to satisfy reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So we will discuss in the previous videos. So A cross A is an equivalence relation. Now for suppose R equal to, let's consider that A comma A, B comma B and C comma C. See, A comma A, B comma B, C comma C is a reflexive relation. And coming to the symmetric, so A comma A, if you interchange the order pair here, what we get? A comma A, so no problem. So B comma B, what we get? B comma B, so which belongs to this relation. C comma C, if you interchange, what we have? C comma C, so that clearly it is symmetric. Why? Because it obeys the rule, that is if A comma B belongs to R, B comma A must belongs to R. So it is said to be reflexive and symmetric. Coming to the transitive, no problem with the transitive. So why? Because if A comma B belongs to R, B comma C belongs to R, then only we need to check for A comma C. So here no problem with any order pair. Why? Because A comma A, no element begin with A other than A comma A here. So A comma A and then A comma A, finally we get A comma A. So it is transitive. Clearly it is an equivalence relation. Now for suppose if I take A comma A, B comma B, A comma C, B comma A, C comma A, for suppose. Clearly A comma A, B comma B is there, but not C comma C. So here C comma C does not belong to this relation. That's why it is not said to be a reflexive relation. So it is not reflexive. So if it is not reflexive, clearly it is not an equivalence relation. So no need to check for another order pairs. So for suppose if I take A comma A, B comma B, C comma C, A comma B, A comma C, and B comma A, and finally C comma. See it carefully. So if you observe all these three, from this it is reflexive, so no problem with this. Now coming to A comma B, if you interchange the elements, what we get? B comma A. So A comma B and B comma A, okay, symmetry. Then A comma C. Now if you interchange A comma C, what we get? C comma A. So A comma C, C comma A, then it is to be symmetric, so no problem with symmetric. Then coming to the transitive, so we have A comma B and the element starts with B, so here A comma B and B comma A. So finally what we have? A comma A. So A comma A belongs to this relation, so no problem with these two. Now A comma C, the element ends with C and the element starts with C here, so A comma C, C comma A. Finally what we need? A comma A. So A comma A belongs to this relation, so it satisfies all reflexive and symmetric, finally transitive. So it is said to be a equivalence relation. So now coming to partial order relation. So a relation R on set A is said to be partial order if and only if it satisfies all these three. First one is reflexive, antisymmetric, and transitive. So clearly, so what is reflexive? For all A belongs to capital A comma A which belongs to R. Now what is antisymmetric? So for all A comma B belongs to A comma B belongs to R, and B comma A belongs to R. Then finally what it is? A equal to B. It satisfies the condition A equal to B. If A comma B belongs to R and B comma A belongs to R, if these two belongs to that relation, clearly what we have? A equal to B. And finally, so what is transitive? If A comma B belongs to R, B comma C belongs to R, then A comma C must belongs to the relation. Okay, now coming to the examples. For suppose if A is a set A having the elements 1, 2, 3. For suppose, now coming to the relation, the first one is pi. So empty set. So clearly empty set is not reflexive. Why? Because it doesn't contains any order pairs like A comma A. So it is not a reflexive relation. So it is not reflexive. So if it is not reflexive, it is not said to be partial order. So pi is not a partial order relation. Now the second one, regular A cross A. So what is A cross A? So it contains all the elements like so if it is 1, 2, so interchanging of 1, 2 is 2, 1. So 1, 2, 2, 1 both present in the Cartesian product. So clearly it is symmetric. So if it is symmetric, clearly it is not said to be antisymmetric. So of course it is a reflexive and transitive, but it is not antisymmetric. Not an antisymmetric. So clearly it is not a partial order relation. Then R equal to, suppose 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3, 1 comma 2, 2 comma 1. So see it. Now 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. So clearly from this all these three it is reflexive. Now 1 comma 2 is there and 2 comma 1 also is there. So 1, 2, 2, 1. So interchanging of 1, 2 is 2, 1. So clearly it is said to be symmetric. If it is symmetric, clearly it is not antisymmetric. So what is antisymmetric? If 1, 2 present here, then 2 comma 1 must not present in the relation. So if it is present, it is said to be symmetric but not antisymmetric. So it is not an antisymmetric. So clearly it is not a partial order relation. So now so 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3, 1 comma 3 and 2 comma 3. So see it carefully. So now 1 1 2 2 3 3, clearly it is said to be reflexive, no problem with this. And coming to 1 3, so if it is 1 3, interchanging of these two is what? 3 1. So 3 1 is not present in the relation, so no problem with this 1 3. 2 3, so 3 2 is not present here, so it satisfies antisymmetric relation. Then coming to the transitive, so 1 3, so no element ends with so starts with 3, so here the element starts with 3, so 1 3 3 3 is what? 1 3, no problem with this, no element here. And so here 2 2, so the element starts with ends with 2, and here the starts with 2, 2 2 2 3 is what? 2 3, so present. 2 3 3 3 is what? 2 3, present. So no problem with the transitive. So clearly it is said to be a reflexive, antisymmetric and transitive. So it satisfies all these three, so it is said to be partial order relation.